What's up, my crew members? My name is Andrew from the Superherocrew, and welcome to episode 17 of Comic Talk. This is the show where I talk about the comics that I decided to get this week, and today we're talking about Red Hood and the Outlaws number 21, JLA number 28, and Wonder Woman number 44. So let's talk. Alright, so let's talk about Red Hood and the Outlaws number 21. So, in the last issue, which seems like so long ago, honestly, like, I'm really liking Red Hood and the Outlaws, the series. It's pretty good. My only complaint is that if you want to get into Red Hood and the Outlaws, as of now, this is a terrible place to start. You need to start from the beginning. What is it, 21 issues ago? You really have to. I think because there's a lot of things that happen that they talk about, and the whole thing with Bizarro's origin. You know, if you want to read this, I do recommend you read this, but I think it's you need to read it from the beginning. It's like one run through instead of month by month. I think it would be a lot better if it's you read it all at once. But anyway, let's not talk about that. So Bizarro has Artemis's axe, and Artemis has found the synthetic kryptonite that Bizarro has been using, and he basically destroys the container of the synthetic kryptonite. So I guess he can't use it now, so he's just gonna go back to stupid Bizarro and not like really smart Bizarro. Then we see Jason Todd at the Iceberg Lounge, playing whatever, blackjack or whatever game, I don't know. And he gets approached by this woman. He goes to the hotel room. They're about to kiss, and then Penguin is there, and he's like clapping. He's like, "Oh yeah, all right. Thank you, whatever her name is, for bringing him here. Now I have some business to take care of." And then we see Bizarro and Artemis sitting on top of like the floating base that they have in the sky, the invisible floating base they have in the sky. And he's like, now that I'm smart, it's weird, and I don't know if I like it or not, but it's like he's addicted to the synthetic kryptonite, and it's funny because he leans in for a kiss, and then Artemis says that would be a mistake we can never unmake. So then Penguin says to Red Hood, there's no scenario in which you get out alive, and then Jason's like, well, I don't think so about that, and then he just runs and jumps out the window, and then we see him and Alfred at a diner. They're just talking about, some stuff, and then Alfred leaves, and then this white-haired girl comes up to Jason, and he's like, "I'm Faye Gunn, granddaughter of Ma Gunn, the woman who raised Jason in the orphanage." And then we cut to Bizarro, who is brushing his teeth. And then we see Putt Putt, the Superman, cartoon Superman that only he can see, that he sees, I guess, when he has the synthetic kryptonite. And then we see he actually has a bunch of inhalers filled with the synthetic kryptonite, so he's still taking the synthetic kryptonite. Then Artemis goes to LexCorp, and he's like, she says to the secretary that we have unfinished business. So I wonder what's going to happen, because, maybe Lex Luthor will show up, and, and we'll see what happens with that. If what's going to happen is Bizarro going to go back to his dumb, normal self, or is he going to stay smart, and how is that going to work? I wonder what's going to happen. This is so good, and the art is so great in this. I really like the art, and, the storytelling is pretty good, and I really, I care about these characters, and I like what they're doing with Red Hood and the Outlaws, because for something like JLA or Wonder Woman, you have this arc, or for Wonder Woman, you have the Amazons Attacked arc, which is going on right now, and Red Hood and the Outlaws is kind of like each issue is almost a one-shot, but they lead into the other and build off of each other, so it's not like you're having one whole arc, a 3-issue arc, 4-issue arc, 5-issue arc, 6-issue arc. You have each issue is a one-shot, but also it's building off each other and builds into the next one, which I like. It's cool. So there's no like set arc. There's just one story, and that is what is going on right now. And I'm kind of disappointed because Penguin's on the cover, and this isn't a variant cover. And I thought maybe there was going to be a big thing with Penguin, but nope. It focused more on Bizarro and Artemis, which I don't mind. But besides that, this is a good issue, and I'm really excited to see what happens next. So, for Red Hood and the Outlaws number 21, I'll have to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Alright, so now let's talk about JLA 28. Now, don't be fooled, Superman is not in the book. This is the variant cover for the 80th anniversary of Superman. And next week, Action Comics number 1000 comes out. So, go check out that video when that comes out, because we will have a whole video talking about Action Comics 1000. Hopefully, if it's not sold out at my local comic shop. But anyway, so we see that Kronos, and I gotta say, Kronos is very badass in this arc. Like, you know, he seemed like a campy villain, but he's actually kind of cool now, like cooler than he was, because, you know, he was like a little, I love obscure villains, you know, that's like one of my favorite things about DC and Marvel, and Kronos was one of my favorites. And the costume is meh, but I'm starting to grow on his new costume, and I wonder if he's going to keep the costume. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but he seems pretty badass in this story. And, you know, they're in prehistory, the JLA, and Kronos has the god of superheroes. He is, like, tied up, and he's like, you know, if I kill him, you all are gone. So, to make a long story short, Ray is able to save him. Adam has a confrontation with Kronos, and then Ray gets everyone out of there. He builds this, like, light castle construct thing, and he's trying to hold it up, and the god of superheroes is like, okay, you know, Ray, you can do this, it's okay. And they're trying to, Kronos and his forces, he's like pulling like people from like different parts of history, like Vietnam War soldiers and samurais and dinosaurs and people with tanks, and they're trying to figure out what to do. But then Kronos figures out something with, I believe it's like he has like a disc, and he's figuring something out that he can do. And he's basically able to make Chemo come in through a portal and attack, which knocks down the light castle construct. And there's an awesome double-page splash of the JLA fighting a bunch of people. It's pretty cool. Then Adam tries to attack Kronos, but Kronos cuts Adam really badly, and he's bleeding to death, and he's gonna bleed to death. And Ray tries to attack Kronos, but can't because he used a lot of his power on making the light construct. And Kronos and the god of superheroes are face to face, and then Kronos gets the brick that can think and hits the god of superheroes in the head, which seemingly kills him. So we'll have to see in the next issue. But that's it for JLA number 28. So I know I've been having a little bit of I've been a little meh with JLA, the series, but honestly, like, I'm kind of saying to myself, well, the Justice League should be dealing with this problem, not the JLA, because I thought the Justice League of America was like, okay, Batman's got this team, he's going to bring this team together, and then he's going to deal with, like, government problems and, like, problems like that have to do with America and whatnot. Like, this is the Justice League that is for America. That's why it's called the Justice League of America. That's why it's called that. But I don't think, like, America is supporting, you know, this whole thing. Like, we gotta fight Kronos. I don't even think the government even knows about that. But, you know, I think that this should be an arc for the Justice League book. But because Kronos is an Adam villain, so it kind of fits. But honestly, now I'm kind of saying to myself, the regular Justice League, I'm knocking down stuff, Jesus, the regular Justice League should be dealing with this problem, you know, with the world and this, like, superheroes as we know it ending. Shouldn't the regular Justice League be dealing with this? But I kind of say to myself, it's campy, it's funny, it's good, surprisingly, I have to say, which is why I'm going to give Justice League of America number 28 a 7.5 out of 10. Now, I would give it an 8 out of 10, but the art was a little wonky, so it loses 0.5 points. Alright, now let's talk about Wonder Woman number 44. This is it, the big battle against Darkseid. Wonder Woman and Darkseid have a fight while Grail and Jason kind of have a little back and forth, and Steve Trevor's also trying to fight off the female Furies and a bunch of parademons. And Wonder Woman and Darkseid have the fight, and he is eventually able to open a portal, which Grail is able to go through, and she shoots a beam. The portal goes to Themyscira, and then she shoots a beam, which turns the turns some of the Amazons into parademons, which is pretty weird. And honestly, I explained that in 2 seconds. This is the whole issue, basically, and nothing else really goes on. It's just a big fight, and then parademons from Themyscira. This issue was, I don't know, it could have been half of the issue, and then like they dealt with the Amazonian, parademons after that. But it still wasn't a bad issue. I'm kind of liking Jason and Wonder Woman, all of them, and they're fun characters and whatnot. The art's pretty good. I do like the art in this, but I don't know how I feel about this issue, honestly. I'm either leaning towards a 7.5 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10 because I'm not really sure. But I guess for Wonder Woman number 44, I have to give it, I guess I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because the art was pretty good. It's just this I explained in like 10 seconds, 10, 15, 20 seconds. And that was the whole issue, and that was it. So not that much really happened in this issue, but it's still good. So guys, that's it. And I want you guys to leave a comment down below and let me know what Marvel Fresh Start book you think I should read, because I want to read Marvel. I like Marvel. I just don't like what they're doing now and how they're handling everything. And you might see a video on that soon. So stay tuned for that. And but I'm reading on DC. I don't have a problem with it, but I kind of want to read Marvel. I don't want to. I'm trying not to steer too far away from Marvel. Like, I am reading Spider-Gwen, but I don't want to steer too far away from Marvel because I do like Marvel. I like them, but they're just not doing things right. And I hope the Fresh Start will do some things. I don't know, I may pick up I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a Fantastic Four book coming out for them, for Fresh Start, so I may pick that up and talk about that, because that's kind of a big deal. Fantastic Four hasn't had a book for a while now, so we'll see what happens with that. So, if you liked the video, please comment down below. Like I said, let me know what Marvel books you think I should read for Fresh Start, and subscribe for more comic-based videos, and I'll see you in the next one.